this little bracket just to hold the rear flex hose from the diff to the body. Easiest way, I think, will just be to just mount it down in there like that, and it'll give me somewhere to put the hard line off to that side, and the hard line from there obviously over to the right hand caliper. Here's another piece of the puzzle I never really knew a lot about until now. Still, it's the first time I've ever used one. What it does is go on the end of the drive shaft, or the input into the diff basically, and it gives us a drive shaft or tail shaft speed, which we will then be able to figure out, convert a slip, probably do a traction control of some form, because we'll have an undriven wheel speed on the front left wheel as well. So we'll just put a little Hall effect cherry sensor, make a mount up, and fit that up. Well, it's all sitting on. It's a bit of a gloomy day. It's probably going to be pretty hard to see. The light there. So when that spins around, it's going to put an input into the ECU and hopefully try and make us go faster. We never could do that with the Honda because we had 4 driven wheels, so it sort of made life a bit harder to do sort of any traction control strategy or anything like that, where this time I think things hopefully will be a bit simpler, so I can actually get my head around it and try and make everything work. Sort of make sure the intercooler still fits and the radiator as well, just so if we're running any lines or anything we know where they are and we don't forget. Sometimes I've done that and you sort of regret it, but at the same time you don't want things sitting there in your way that are just going to be a pain in the ass when you're trying to do other stuff too. But at the end of the day, they're all easy enough to unbolt if you have to. We've got Donnie the brake line man doing the brake lines. Painted the rear window mouldings, you'd call it. They come up a lot better being black. Matches the front. Lyle from the windscreen experts, he put all the front screen in. He's real good at that sort of shit, especially on old stuff he thinks outside the square compared to a lot of other guys I've seen. Brake lines are started. We've done the right hand front to the T there that goes off to the 2 fronts out of the master. We've just got the one off to the left hand front to go. He's halfway through, and then we'll do the diff ones. And that's all the brake lines. Handbrake cables are getting the ends changed over to suit the Willwood handbrake setup. We should have them back in about an hour or 2, he reckons, and I'll get the handbrake sorted. So we got away with the original handbrake cables and just had one end changed down the back. So that's a nice simple way. It retains all the original holders and everything. Just putting the shifter in, 4 nutsets in there will make up a blocking plate, and that will mount in nicely. Measure once, cut 3 times. Not bad for an amateur, nice and strong, so that's what you want, so that will do the job. Oh, got some new carpet. We better put it in. All the carpet's in, it's looking like a car now. So we'll make a little boot up for that at some stage. That's a bit of a laugh. Should be a good starting point for the chute mount. That's today's mission. I've never claimed to be a fabricator. I'm an auto sparky by trade. I'm not very good at this shit, but you've got to learn one day, I suppose. This is the tow bar / parachute mount. So the tongue for the tow bar slides in there. It's only going to be good obviously for a really light trailer that we tow if we do another drag challenge. Parachute slips in and out of that part. Mounts through the chassis rails. I don't think it's going to be going anywhere. Another one just to stop any vibration through the middle, but it's a real heavy ball pipe that, so definitely no engineer, but it'll work nice. Looks good for a spray bomb job. Oh, missed a spot. So that gets held on by 4 10mm cap screws, which are through the original tow bar rear bumper mounts. Are 2 on each side, and also just one little 8mm there just to stop any vibration. I was saying before, should work. It's a little bit heavy, we don't really want to carry it around, but you got to do what you got to do. All fitted up, all fits nicely. Got a 1-inch bush with a 1/2-inch bolt through there. The pack slides out just with under that one bolt, so you can easily throw it in your boot if you're driving around on the street. So at quite a nice height, 45-degree angle they reckon roughly to run them. I'm not sure, it's the first one I've ever put on. So any car that runs 140 mile an hour requires a chute on the back. So 140 mile an hour plus, which I'm hoping this car should do that fairly easily, but time will tell.